welcome to another game of Star Wars Destiny. On the left we have Matt playing Iden and Mauler. On the right we have Beckett and Ciena, played by Steven tonight. Both guys are playing Armored Reinforcement, which allows them to play a vehicle from their discard or deck for one less resource. Matt will be on Weapons Factory Alpha, and so will Steven. Alright, here's our roll-off. Looks like Matt's going to win the roll-off here, so he'll take his Weapons Factory. Steven will give the 2 shields to Ciena, and it will be Matt's action. So Matt's going to go ahead and pay the 1 with weapons to be able to get the black 2 out early. The ability on black 2 is, as long as Mauler is alive, black 2 can be resolved on range side for +1. And it has a 1, 2, and a 3 pay 1 range side. So effectively it's a 2, 3, and a 4. Okay, Steven rolls out Ciena. Ciena rolls a blank and a resource. Steven grabs his 2 resources for the round. Matt goes ahead and places Wingman, which will allow him to activate Mauler and Iden at the same time. Steven plays Friends in Low. He immediately goes for the all-in on Matt, which helps since Iden does have a 2 focus out on both her die. Matt pays 1, grabs a Seeker Droid. Special, and that allows him to look at Steven's hand and take 1 card from it. Steven rolls out Beckett. Beckett rolls a Focus and a Disrupt. Now Matt will go ahead and roll in Mauler, and with the Wingman he'll be able to roll in Iden. Mauler rolls in a Resource and a Disrupt. And Iden is going to roll out a discard, a blank, and the special. Steven probably does not want Matt to look at his hand because he played so many mods, he wants to be able to hold on to those. The great thing about the Seeker Droid is it allows you to rip any card from a hand. It's not an event, it's not like Friends in Low, it's not anything else. It allows you to whatever card you want to choose. Now it does give an additional action to the opponent, but with Iden's die in the pool as they are, it forces Steven not to be able to take that additional action. Steven's thinking about it. Looks like Matt had logistics in his hand. Steven pondering his options here. And they must be discussing something. Steven is really eyeing the Seeker Droid. I see he doesn't like you in his hand. Yep, there's the triple laser turret. It's like a best defense also. Alright, so he goes ahead and plays that he doesn't like you to remove Ciena's blank, to remove the special on the droid. Alright, Matt rolls in the black 2. Black 2 rolls a 1 range. Okay, so Steven's going to truce. And he goes ahead and plays for the armored reinforcement, which technically he should not be able to due to Iden's ability. Matt doesn't catch that. So once again, a reminder, with Iden in the pool, her dice in the pool, it doesn't allow for any additional actions, which Truce clearly has ambush on it. Alright, it'll be Matt's action. It's gonna discard. Nope. He's gonna do logistics to get 2 additional resources, so now he has 3. Still showing a 1 range on the black 2. Alright, so Steven's gonna power action to bring the triple laser turret into play. That'll help protect the fire spray die. That'll re-roll, discard his DH-17 to re-roll. Re-roll, he gets a, let's see here now, disrupt, a blank, a resource, and it looks like a 2 indirect on the black 2. Now the indirects I cannot be resolved +1 because it has to be range side on Mauler. Alright, so Steven will activate the fire spray. Fire spray comes out, rolls a 2 indirect and a 2 range on the fire spray. Matt's out of card, so he's going to have to pretty much take what he can get at this point. Looks like he's going to go ahead and take another 2 resources. So he'll be able to do 2 indirect. He still has a disrupt to prepare for the Beckett power action. I think Steven's play here is he needs to go ahead and try to maximize the damage. He knows Matt doesn't have any cards in order to mitigate. He has plenty of money, but he can't do anything this turn. He's also debating whether he wants to go ahead and try to get the money he needs to reset with Ciena's power action. I think with 1 card in hand, though, I think you want to go ahead and just take what you can get and use the money to go into the next round. Matt hasn't done any damage so far, so you should be able to get a reset next round on Ciena if you choose to. So there's the power action on Beckett. Each side will gain a resource. Matt will go ahead and just use that disrupt. Steven will resolve the Ciena die for a resource. Matt does a 2 indirect. Probably the smart play there. Go ahead and put it on Beckett. I think in the end game, Beckett is a better player than Ciena is. But early on, you want to protect her as much as possible. So Steven will use his focus. Nope. Okay. So he's going to go ahead and do the 2 indirect off the TLT. I'll probably go ahead and just put 1 on each. I can see going for 2 on Iden just because to even out the health pool. And with black 2 and Mauler, you want to try to keep Mauler alive as long as possible. Not that at this point, Matt's only other action will be to claim the battlefield, so we're just going to go ahead and let Steven resolve his actions. So Steven will focus, more than likely. No, thinking about it. He has the resource. Matt can't disrupt it or anything. It may be best to go ahead and just focus into the 4 indirect. Gives you the max damage off that. And that's what he's going to do. So he'll pay the 1 to do 4 indirect, and it just puts 2 on each. And we'll reset. Each side will get their 2 resources. So Matt is loaded with money right now. He's got 7 resources. Steven will have 2. So Matt's got quite a few options here available to him. Looks like Matt has a Vigilance in his hand. It looks like the handheld cannon is in Matt's hand as well. He's going to pay 2. Yep, exactly. So he pays 2 to put the handheld cannon on Mauler. Steven will go ahead and probe. Try to grab 2 events to make Matt's hand a little bit smaller. Grabs a Tac Mac and a Doubt. That's going to be huge. Doesn't allow Matt to roll in everything and then resolve it. Matt will go ahead and roll out the black 2. And plans on the 2 range. Steven goes ahead and just preemptively pins it down. Saves himself 3 damage there. Alright, Matt activates Mauler. And he'll activate Iden as well. Okay. So they're just explaining the action. Looks like we've got a blank, a focus, a 2 range, 2 range, a 2 range on those. So there's 6 possible damage out there. Steven goes ahead and just best defenses 2 of them. It's basically paying 1 to take 3 instead of 4. Matt will use the focus on the droid to focus to a +2 on Mauler. So that's 4 damage. Steven power actions a dorsal turret on for free. Rolls it out with a blank. Matt shoots Ciena for 4. Leave her at 4 health. Here comes Beckett. Beckett's showing a 2 range and a blank. Matt will discard his wingman to re-roll into a disrupt. Steven brings in Ciena. Showing a blank and a disrupt there. Lots of disrupts this game. Alright, so Matt goes ahead and drops down the Vigilance. Steven discards Coercion to re-roll. Looks like we got a blank, a 2 resource, a couple more resources, and a 1 range on the dorsal. Steven will take the $2. Steven will shoot Mauler for 1. Mauler's now at 5 health. Matt claims. So there's the power action on Beckett. Give each side $1. Steven's just now realizing he pretty much got rid of his hand and didn't even activate his fire spray. Team's got to make sure to remember to get his resources at the beginning of each round. Alright. So it looks like a 2 indirect and a 2 indirect and a blank on the fire spray. Yep. So they'll take 2 and 2. Mauler now at 6. Iden's at 5. Steven will shoot Mauler for 2 more. It's going to put him at 8. 1 health remaining. The problem with the play Matt did earlier with putting the cannon on Mauler is Mauler is such a low health character, but at the same time he needs wingman to be able to activate everything. Probably should have replaced the droid with the cannon to maximize the damage at that point, because really, while it's good to rip out a card from my hand, this deck wants to go super fast. So we'll go into the next turn. Matt once again, $7. Steven has $4 now, so he'll be able to play his mod for free and have as much mitigation as he wants. Matt will go ahead and drop in a partnership here. Mauler rolls out with a 2 range on the cannon, +2 on Mauler and a blank. Activates Iden also with wingman. We get a blank, a special, a blank, and a discard. Not enough to kill, so he's going to go ahead and activate the black 2 with the partnership ability, and that rolls a blank. The question is here, does he go ahead and do the 4 damage to kill? So he's going to go ahead and pay the 1 to do the additional action, but do you go ahead and kill Ciena now, Do you use a special on the droid to rip an event or rip a card out of a hand? Instead, he picks the logistics to discard and reroll. That's probably not a good play there, honestly. So he's now showing 8 damage, a 2/2/2 and a +2 with the special still. Again, a couple of resources. But he's not going to be able to resolve that. And Steven's got plenty of money. That's probably not the right play by Matt. Yep. And because of that, now partnership's going to come in. And Matt's realizing that. He should have used his additional action to be able to rip partnership out. Steven debating on who to activate along with the fire spray. I think you go ahead and activate Tobias. We're starting to get into the end game now. You need to maximize your damage potential. Tobias can do that for you with $4 especially. I think even if Matt had resolved the 4 damage just to kill Ciena and take her off the table, that would have helped in this situation, but I still think he probably should have gone with the event with the droid ability. So Steven rolls out. Rolls a lot of damage. Rolls a 3, pay 1, a blank, a 2 range, a +2 on the TLT, or on the dorsal, excuse me, and a shield on the TLT. So he can kill if he wants to. He can actually kill either character with his choice of die. He could go ahead and just pay for 2 and resolve one of those against Mauler and kill that. Or he can put 7 into Iden and kill her, leaving 1 damage short on Mauler. So at this point the game is pretty much over. It's just depending on how Steven chooses he wants to kill Matt's characters. With as many die that are in the pool right now. Okay, so he goes ahead and shoots Mauler for 2, and he's going to put the 5 into Iden, puts her at 10. Leaves him with a blank and a shield out. So it does leave Matt still enough to be able to kill Ciena. But Beckett is still at 9 health. Oh, and there's a free fall. So free fall, remove dice, 2 to deal damage. So that's 2 indirect, and that's enough to kill Iden. And that's it. Steven will take the game. Well played. Thanks for watching, and have a good night.